We believe a two-state solution is the only way to end the cycle of violence, and regrettably it is also clear that the Netanyahu government rejects it. This is clear from its devastating military campaign in Gaza, civilians being killed by the thousands, children starving. And it is also clear from policies including rampant settlement construction and impunity for settler violence in the West Bank. Like Israel's military expansion in Gaza, illegal settlements and impunity for settler violence in the West Bank are extinguishing the prospects of a two-state solution. Now, I know that Australians feel frustrated. I know that people feel like we have little chance of moving the dial on our own, but this has never meant we can do nothing. What it does mean is we do what we can by working with partners, and that is what we have done. We do the work of building coalitions with other countries, because when Australia acts, we then act with impact. Together with our partners, Australia has opposed Israel's humanitarian blockade and expansion of military operations in Gaza. And together with our partners, we have opposed the expansion of settlements in the West Bank like those announced by the Netanyahu government just a couple of weeks ago. And together with our partners, we have imposed sanctions on Israeli settlers for their violence against Palestinians. So far, the Netanyahu government has ignored this international opposition. Now, just as when we applied those sanctions previously and just as when we applied sanctions against Hamas for their terrorism, Australia never speculates about possible future sanctions. We apply them without warning because that makes them harder to evade. And overnight we have done that. Australia has applied targeted financial sanctions and travel bans to two senior ministers in the Israeli government, Ministers Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, for their role in serious human rights violations and abuses relating to Israeli settler violence in the West Bank. They are the most extreme proponents of the unlawful and violent settlement enterprise. And we have applied those measures with others. We have applied those measures in coordination with Canada, New Zealand, Norway and the United Kingdom. This action is the result of many months of effort and coordination. And together, these countries are sending a message. You have ignored the international community, and we do not tolerate it. The situation in the West Bank and the situation in Gaza are untenable both for civilians and long-term peace in the form of a two-state solution.